Well, I'll be damned. Vshojo itself, before going through any type of law stuff, before going to court, closed. In on itself, it's disbanding. We got a message here from the CEO, so before we talk about anything, let's read it. Okay, so Vshojo has failed miserably, and I have mismanaged the company into a situation you are witnessing. Yeah, not paying your people the money and not doing the donations. Yeah. So today I am sharing the difficult news that Vshojo is shutting down, and I take full responsibility for the decision that led us to this point. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months. I is that a saying? I don't recognize that saying unless it's misspelled. But despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are not paying the price. Over the past few years, we raised about 11 million to pursue a bold, talent-focused approach in VTubing, prioritize the creators and community over short-term profits to achieve long-term sustainability. All funding went directly into our creators through generous splits, debt investments, infrastructure, concerts, events, and staffing, all designed to support them. Bullshit. If none of you have ever heard about what the other members were saying, this right here is some bullshit. Because they haven't paid him at all. They hardly paid him. You heard from Almas first. They barely paid her jack shit if at all. Sorry for swearing, but still. Eh. We also wanted talent to own their own IP, which we knew. That looks like weird. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Was a unique creative first approach for an agency. However, despite all of our efforts, the business failed to generate the revenue we needed to sustain that model, and eventually we ran out of money. Now, there is truth to this. I didn't watch the case on talking to the Justin Gunrun here, the CEO, but she did say that they were having financial difficulties and problems. So I guess they had to do this instead of go to court, because if they went to court, that would mean they lost more money. Additionally, I acknowledge that some of the money spent by the company was raised in connection with talent activity, which I later learned was intended for a charitable initiative. At the time, we are working hard to raise additional investment capital to cover our costs, and I firmly believe, based on the information available to us, that we would be able to do so and cover all expenses. Good. Pay your talent what you owe them, and and you better give that 500K to the foundation. Now they're already at past a million, but you should still do it though, because that's illegal. We were unsuccessful in funding our efforts. I made the decision to pursue funding, and I own its consequences. I have problems writing myself and whatnot, but you're a CEO. You should have got somebody to proofread this. I am deeply sorry to all the talent, staff, friends, and community members who believed in our brand. You did not deserve this. Justin Gunran. Oh, we didn't deserve it. Oh, well, you seem fine with doing it for this whole entire time, not paying your talent the money. And now you say that. Okay, so me raging aside a little bit there. So okay, so the talent themselves, since Vshojo is no longer going to be a thing, they would, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a lawyer. Not a lawyer. I'm not. Okay, so I believe they will have the IP ownerships of their models and everything. So the models that they use and whatnot, and the name, they get to keep them. I know, like Monarch owns hers. Well, Anna Lee owns her for certain, so she'd be fine, and then Treya. But I think they'll be fine. I think they're going to be able to own their models and such, so they can keep on using them, and because nobody can claim copyright or whatever, because the only ones who can would be Vshojo, and they're gone now legally, so you really can't do anything about it. All the merchandise and such, all the new stuff is just gonna remove the Vshojo tag. That's it, really. I mean, in my head, there's something really weird. Yeah, man. Okay, whatever. So, hopefully, it works out for them. I think they'll be fine. They're very talented. They got a good audience and whatnot. I think they'd be fine. I know a lot of them are disheartened by this. So, I hope things work out for them. They are very emotional at this time, of course, of course. I just hope that other VTuber agencies sees what happened to Vshojo and how like angry people can get and such, that if they are mistreating the talents, that they'll stop that shit, stop it, and treat them right. Because the downfall of Vshojo, one of the big talent agencies for VTubers, they are gone now, and they didn't even go to court. They had financial issues, yes, but still they're gone now, and it's mostly because of this controversy. And you had Iron Mouse left, the number one Twitch streamer. I don't care if you don't like that, but she did. Well, because it's facts. She left them. That in and of itself, it was just her that left. That would have been disastrous for them, in my opinion. But she wasn't the only one, of course, as we saw. Like Monarch left as well, and other people. So I hope the girls can still hang out and do stuff together. They're just gonna be independent. I don't think they're gonna really trust another VTuber company. I mean, if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't. I mean, doing taxes for yourself and whatnot is gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, don't get me wrong about that. Especially since the United States doesn't tell you how much you owe. But personal gripes aside, I mean, it's stupid. They don't freaking tell us the okay, well, they're never gonna. It'll be a miracle if they're ever gonna change that. So, this is the end of the big VTuber company Vshojo crashing down onto the ground. I hope that the girls find some solace and peace and press moving on forward. The donation for the foundation is still going on. I'll have the link down below if you want to donate and help out. I mean, there's a lot of money in there, but if you really want to, you can. So you could be like, I was a part of it, yeah, or whatever you want to do. So, with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.